going to start this recording by looking at how we install BukkitLTI for Canvas VLE. This is an LTI plugin which enables Canvas VLE to talk to Minecraft and enables Minecraft to talk back to Canvas VLE. The first thing we're going to need to do, we need to do some preparation work on our server first of all before we do the install. We need to make sure we have the latest versions of Java up and running. So here I have the Java Development Kit website. It's important we install the Development Kit and not just the Java Runtime Edition, because the Development Kit actually installs the latest version of Java for command prompt and systems operations. If you only install the Runtime Edition, which is usually used in the browser, then when you come to run your server you'll find you get errors thrown up, because if you're on a Mac you'll find Terminal is only using an older version of Java, usually Java 6, and the same on Windows. You'll find command prompt starts to only use Java 6 rather than the latest version of Java, Java 7 or Java 8, which depending on which platform you're on. If you're on Mac OS X Yosemite, which is the beta version of Mac OS X, you're going to need Java version 8. And if you do a quick Google search for, well, we can do it here, Java on Yosemite, you'll find that we can get Java on 10.10 Yosemite, and there's a special version of Java on there for Yosemite 10.10. So you need to follow that one. But again, same thing applies. You need to get the Java Development Kit, not the Runtime Edition. So in order to get that, I simply click on Accept the License Agreement, scroll down. In this case I'm using Windows 64 Server, so I would get the Java JDK-7U67 Windows 64XE file and download that one. So once I've downloaded that and installed that one, I may need to reboot my system, but just follow those instructions and you'll then have the latest version of Java on your system. Once we've got Java, we then need to test that we've got Java. The easy way to do that is in a command prompt, do Java version, and you can see here that the Java version I'm running now is 1.7.0 build 67, so that has upgraded and is now working correctly. If you type in the Java version and get anything else, then your Java Development Kit hasn't installed properly, or you've only installed the Java SE kit. Okay, so we've got Java running. We now need to get a copy of craftBukkit. In order for the BukkitLTI to work, we need the beta build version of craftBukkit. So that's 1.7.9 is the beta version. It doesn't work at the moment with the 1.64 version, although the developer is looking to make a plugin version which does work with the backwards compatibility of Bukkit. So we get the beta build of Bukkit. I'm going to keep that one, and I can see there's my file. I'm going to show in folder. There we are. There is my craftBukkit. I need to change that now and rename that file. So I'm going to take off all of the appendix to there, and it's just going to be called craftbukkit.jar. So that's a craftBukkit Java file. I'm going to stick that on the desktop for the minute. You can see there we've got the Java Runtime Edition. The Java Development Kit Edition for Windows 64. I downloaded that earlier and that was installed. So we've now got our latest version of craftBukkit. Then we're going to run that craftBukkit installation. So on my computer, on my C drive, I have the Bukkit server. I've created a folder called Bukkit server. I'm going to open that one up. I'm going to put our renamed craftBukkit file in there. I now need to create a run.bat file which will execute that Java. So you can get this from anywhere on the craftBukkit wiki. If you want to go to, let's see, craftBukkit. craftBukkit wiki. On the setting up a server Bukkit wiki, there's full instructions here on the wiki server. Go down to Windows, and I've got the commands here for Windows. If I'm doing it on Mac, then there's commands here doing the same thing, which just unpacks the Java file and creates all the directories necessary, and it also acts as your launcher. So I copy and paste that code into a text editor, so I shall copy that, go into my text editor, there we are, and I just need to save that as into my same folder as my Bukkit server, and I'm going to call it run.bat, making sure it's a .bat file, which is an executable for Windows. I can close that down now, and we can come back and have a look at that file. So there's our file. There, that's a run.bat file, it's a batch file. And when I launch that, it should pick up the craftBukkit Java file, launch a command prompt, and unpack everything. Let's give that a go. When you run this for the first time, it will throw up errors because there are no files and folders created. It's doing all of that on the fly. So let's just run that. And we can see that in the console window there, that is building the libraries. And again, as I said, in the background we can see that there are a number of files being created, and we can see that there are a number of errors, but that's fine. We expect there to be errors. It's now creating the spawn point for Minecraft. It takes a little while to do that. Doing the same for level 2. But we've now unpacked all of those jar files, and we have all of our Minecraft files that we need to run the server. Okay, so that server's up and running. I'm just going to stop the server with the command stop. That's fine, it's saving all the chunks, saving all the players, press any key, and disappears. Okay, so we started the server, launched it, and we stopped the server. So we've now got a fully working version of Bukkit server, which I can connect to on Minecraft at any time using the tool localhost. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hard code my IP address into this. It just makes it a little bit easier when I'm locating this because I'm on a different server. So I'm using whatsmyip.org. If I just press enter onto there, I get my IP address. I can highlight that. I can copy that. And if I go into the server properties file, which is here, this is a properties file in my Bukkit server. I can open that one, and I can put under server IP, which is this line here. There's my server IP. I can put the IP address in there. We're working on server port, which is the default port 25565. Save that and close that file down. So now my server has a hard-coded IP address, which makes it easier for me to pick up when I'm outside of my environment or I want to log in remotely to my Minecraft server. Okay, so far we've installed the server, we've installed the right version of Java, we've got everything up and running. We now need to go and get the plugin. We get the plugin from GitHub, and again a quick Google of BukkitLTI will reveal that on GitHub, the first result there, that's where we will find the LTI plugin. So you can see here, here's the GitHub entrance for BukkitLTI. There's some basic instructions here, which I'm expanding on in this video, so you're getting better instructions than are here, or a little bit more concise. So we go to the project releases, and the latest project was released a few minutes ago, actually 11 minutes ago. We'll try that one, see if that one works. Okay, so I'm working very closely with the developer on this and doing a lot of testing, so we may find this one works, we may not, but well, it should do. It's been very good so far. Okay, so download that one. I'm going to keep that file and show in folder. There we go, there's BukkitLTI, and all I need to do now is put that into my plugins folder. So I'm going to drag BukkitLTI 2.4, put it into my plugins folder, and there it is in my plugins folder in the Bukkit server. To get it to run, all we do is launch our server again. So I click on the run bat file, the libraries will load in. Again, it's going to throw up a number of errors, but that's okay, that's to be expected because it's building the database and it's creating a few extra bits and pieces for the server. There's a few warnings in here, but that's okay. They're just warnings. They're not issues as such. And if I go back into my plugins folder, yes, we've now got the BukkitLTI folder with the database and a config file. So that's all worked okay. So I'm just going to reload the server. Oops, I can't remember the reset command, so I'm just going to stop the server. Okay, I've stopped the server, there we are. Press any key, and we should now have the LTI plugin installed. So that completes, or should complete, the installation of your LTI plugin on the server. The next thing we need to do now is get the server up and running. So I'm going to launch the server again, and we're now going to go to our VLE. I'm still using Canvas VLE for this on the MOOC platform, and we're going to go to Canvas and we're going to look at how we interact with the LTI plugin via Canvas and produce the relevant codes for logging into Minecraft and how that actually works. So part 2 of the video is actually now configuring your LTI integration in your VLE. Okay, thanks very much, and we'll see you in the next video.